Alright, so I got this book. I don't have time to read it, but I think I should put it out as a public service. This is a Civil Defense Adult Education Course student manual from May 1963. Has to do with fallout. And considering the times, they don't teach us anymore. Oh, crap. Okay, so we'll just go through it real quick. Hopefully I can get this documented, and you can pause it where you need to read the material. This sort of video, I get a lot of short time and people that click on for about 2 seconds to click off. They have attention deficit permanently. This is a cool little letter. If you wait till the end, I'll open the letter. We'll go through that. That is a cool letter. So this is back when they kind of cared about the civilian population, but they don't now. They think everything's going to be perfect forever. Or they want to save money and they don't have it in the budget, or whatever the reason. So your best bet is go look in the archives and somewhere and see a lot of the old buildings that they already surveyed for fallout shelters. They're available still, but a lot of cases they took down the signage, they emptied out the survival supplies, the warning systems are deactivated and scrapped. So in a lot of ways, you got to be a historian to know where to go for the public shelters, and there's ways to find out different things. I know a few myself, but nowhere near where I live, and for the public shelters. And then were you to use them, you'd have to have, they say, about 2 weeks worth of supplies, food and water, to wait until the fallout the fallout radioactivity declines enough to where you won't be get a lethal dose of radiation. So I guess initially it's super powerful, and then later on it fades, kind of like a coal, like for a barbecue coal. Initially you don't want to touch it or be anywhere around it, but after it cools a while, it doesn't burn you. You kind of visualize it like that. So you want to stay away from it, and like this guy, you won't feel it, but you'd be getting cooked. You want to stay far away from it and put a lot of time, distance, and shielding between you and the particles. And so that's a problem. So they empty out these old public shelters, and then there's no supplies. So you get in there, and eventually you have to leave for supplies and get cooked. So your goose is cooked in a lot of ways, unless you've done your own personal deal, which I recommend. So we're almost through this book. There's a lot of material here. You probably need a high resolution screen or something to see it. I don't know how many people will actually have the patience to do that, but I do want to make it available. That way my patience, or my conscience, is clean on this one. Dang, this is getting hard to hold up. This is a Amazon Fire 10 Plus Kindle, and I think it's pretty good for making videos. Oh, I gotta switch hands. It's getting too hard to hold. But not for this kind of video where I'm trying to get this in the archives here. So it's a military industrial museum for a reason. I got a lot of subscribers that are like, "Ooh, do some more museum stuff." No, not really. They just subscribe because they kind of like. I got a good couple things, and then the rest is hodgepodge of stuff. But pretty much I put up what I like, and then if you kind of resemble the things I like, you like it too. It's really hard to play to an audience because everybody's different. But I haven't seen too many people put up an official government manual for free. I do a lot of free stuff. Now, obviously, this would be better scanned, but I don't have the time to do that because I'm in the working class. Because this way society's made, they educate the wazoo out of me, up the wazoo, for what? Grade school, middle school, high school. It was at 12 years. And I do university. That's another 4 years. Plus, I do a bunch of technical and trade school. And then they make me into a cleaner. The society's jacked up. So they're underutilizing the resources, and then like these fallout shelters, they don't exist anymore. I think society's on a decline, so you're gonna have to take care of a lot of things yourself. These things just aren't what they used to be, or maybe they never were. Maybe we were always screwed up. We just kind of swept it under the rug for the different generations. So, yeah, do you know where your community fallout shelter is? Sorry. Probably you don't have one. They've discontinued this stuff. Now, they say there's always money for war, but is there money for keeping the civilians alive? Now, this is all kind of like minimal stuff. You should see some of the Russian preparations. I should put up some. I think I did already. I put up a Russian civil defense thing. Those people were ready. They took it very serious. They weren't eating biscuits and hard candy. They had Tashanka put away, which is really good. You should try it. It's basically animal flesh with bay leaves, and it is just amazing. And it's way better than Spam or Vienna sausage. It's right up there with, I would say, Landjaeger for deliciousness. Oh, I gotta switch hands here in a second. Oh. But anyway. So I hope this helps you. If nothing else, you can just kind of listen to my voice and me going on and on about different stuff. You ever look at people's fingernails and things when they're paging through manuals? Sometimes they got really ugly fingernails. There's no reason for that. You can't do much about your hands, but your fingernails, they shouldn't be all full of fungus or anything. You should keep them clean, trimmed, and neat. One of my pet peeves is these gals that put big old long nails. I'm like, how are you gonna wipe your bum with those? Definitely not that's fashion over function. I'm more of a function over fashion type of person. Let's see. So here's how you. Oh, they're talking. Yeah, this talks about how it's like pinball, right? Those gamma rads and whatever are bouncing off the walls. You got to have a better angle to your geometry there. So hopefully this will at least give you an idea if you were to get this book. I'm sure there's probably some PDF copies on the internet somewhere you can find or you can buy. There's big old compilations of this stuff I know on eBay and whatever. Sellers sell this stuff. I always like the physical books because there's just something more tactile about it. But I do like the digital stuff in some cases because if I were to carry I own thousands of books, and I wish I had a digital backup because they could burn up in a fire. They're really hard to move around. At least with digital, you get pretty much the information. It's just a little bit harder to digest it. Garbage is a big thing, even without. I'm interested in biogas because you're able to take refuse and calling cards and stuff from these are from biological waste and things like that, and make it into that's a tool list. That's a good thing to know. All that stuff. Ouch. It turns biological waste into basically propane equivalent heating gas and cooking gas. So I'm really interested in that. This year I need to get a biogas system going. Have you seen the fuel prices lately? Oh my gosh. They like hike them 10 cents every week. Or probably going to get even worse. I hear it's going to be $6 or $7 by the end of the year per gallon. So they're saying get in the middle if you can. Get down low or get in the middle. Get a lot of mass between you and the outside fallout as it settles on things like an ash cloud. What was this over here? Oh. Yeah, blocking up the... You also use sandbags for that. If you don't have masonry, get some sandbags and block up those basement holes. Oh, I gotta switch hands. Oh, wow. You still with me? Boy, this is anathema for those people with attention deficit disorder. They would not be able to make this long through here, let alone try to read it. What your best bet would be is to get yourself one of your best bets. There's different best bets. But what I would recommend is get yourself YouTube Premium and download this video, and then watch it at your leisure. Read it at your leisure. If you really want to consume it, because I don't know how you would do it any other way. But the problem is those downloads after the internet goes away. The downloads go away in I think 30 days or something. So there's, I guess this is just like a, you go to a restaurant. Back in the days when restaurants were still open, you get some hors d'oeuvres, appetizers. This is kind of like an appetizer to kind of alert you to what is out there. But that's sometimes all you need is, oh, I didn't know that existed. Yeah, these government publications existed. And this is a nondescript enemy listening in. They always make enemies look non-human, or he kind of looks like a monster. See those teeth? Those teeth don't exist in reality, right? It's a caricature. Pointy ears, like a vampire. See, the idea, the psychology is to make the other person not seem human. That way, it's less difficult to kill the other in human psychology. You have to demonize people. which is ridiculous. We have enough resources and properly configured. Nobody has to starve or be poor or be homeless or anything. Nobody has to go to all this school and just be a cleaner. You know, I can clean, but geez, holy smokes, give me a break. I should be a manager or something like that, and no one's gonna do it for me. No one's gonna hire me. I gotta do it all myself. By the time I do it, I'll be old and decrepit, and then be like, man, that could have gone better. And then hopefully I don't get screwed up before that by fallout or something. So we're almost done. This is how you would do it. So yeah, none of this exists anymore. It's all being decommissioned, scrapped, discontinued, obsoleted, discarded. But maybe it'll come back. It's like, holy smokes, when you got a good system, it's a lot easier to keep it going than it is to restart it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, yeah. Yeah, the rule warning problem. These are perennial issues. Look, if you got, there's no weapons that have ever been made that have never been used. It just takes the right psychopath, you know, and they do it. They will do it. Especially if they've got this terminal illness or something. They're like, if I gotta go, I'm taking you with me. Just look, we all got a terminal illness, okay? Don't accelerate it. It's called aging. Rentgens. It took me a long time to learn that word. I got people made fun of me. I thought they were rotogens or something. I guess it's Rentgens. So basically what I'm saying is you can probably reconstruct a lot of this to yourself, because there is no Department of Civil Defense that's going to come out of the woodwork and help you. You're basically going to get fried. So here's some references. If you don't know what's going on, you'd be like that guy in that one picture. I don't feel anything. You get cooked. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So let me show you these letters, series of letters. It's pretty cool. Wait until the end. I'd like to read them to you, but I'm just going to show them to you. You can read them yourself. It's actually 3 pages. It's kind of a cool reading. I don't think these letters are in every one of these old books. Gives you more documentation. A lot of people just don't want to learn anymore. They just want to be entertained all day and eat. It's like people need to suffer a bit so they get some balance in their lives. Really, they need, you know, it can't be all hedonistic every day. You need to torture yourself and endure hardships and things too. Otherwise, you're going to be soft and no good when times get rough. All right, so there you go. Enjoy. Hope this helps. It's Military Industrial Museum. If you haven't subscribed by now, you probably never will.